Renee, I'm back. So I wanted to film another video today. You might see the same outfit as the other video, or I might not post the other video today. So anywho, so anyway, I decided I wanted to do a video as I've seen around. Well, at least I saw one bookstore doing it. Who was it now? Lives Library? No, it was meltotheany. It was someone. I'll link it downstairs in the blue. That posted a video about books they wanted to read before the end of the year, a bit before 2020. And so I decided, you know what? I want to do the same thing. Now, caveats, these are the books that I own at the moment that I want to read. Of course, I probably will. I probably might go to the library and get some books that I might pick up. I might Uh, I might buy some more books, and these are not included the books I'll get for Christmas. I don't know if I'll get some, but probably I will get some. Also, I ordered quite a few books myself a few weeks ago, so they're probably gonna come this week. And some of them I plan to read before the end of the year. I suppose I might not read all of them, but some of them anyway. So yeah, that's the count over. So these are the books that I own currently at the moment they want to get to before the end of the year. The first one, and as usual, it's kind of random which order they are in really. The first one is The Myth of Explorer. It's a non-fiction book about explorers around the world. It's not huge. I got it from a flea market 2 or 3 years ago. And so I suppose it might work for November because it's non-fiction November. But if I'll get to it in November, I'm not sure. As you might have noticed, I didn't add it include my November TBR. Why not? Just didn't. But I suppose I might get to it in November. I might get to it in December. Not sure. But I do want to try to get to it. Sorry. Before the end of the year. It's not huge, so that's probably manageable. It's on. It's actually just. It's actually just 195 pages. So not that long at all, really. So yeah, might get to this November, I suppose, because it's so short. But then again, yeah, sometimes, as a lot of people, I say like, I'm gonna read this and this and this and this, and then I just get um stressed out. I just feel the pressure of all the books, even though it's pressure I put on myself. So now, having said I'm gonna read it, I might not read it, but I kind of want to read it in November. That's what I said. I might get to it in December. Anyway, the next book is Yarnlong of Stein. It's a Norwegian crime book. Came out in 1910 or something. It's called. It's known as one of Norway's classical crime books. So that's kind of fun. It's not huge. I don't actually read that much crime, but I do now and then. And since this is not huge, I'm thinking I might get it before the end of the year. And because it's not huge, it's more logical that I get to it because it's just 8 weeks to Christmas, really. It's not that many weeks left of the year, so I won't get to that many more 500 pages books. But shorter books, yeah, I'll get to those. Or I might. And then you have one of the bigger books, Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. This one came out a few years ago, I think. Yeah, because the sequel is already out. It's a retelling of Anastasia set in space. I normally don't like space books all that much, but I really love Anastasia, and I really liked. I loved Gigarella, so I'm looking forward to this one. It's bigger-ish. It's 440 pages, so it's big-ish. But I think I might manage to at least start it before the end of the year. So yeah, I want to get this one. And it feels kind of wintry-ish. I don't know. I'm kind of feel like It's dark cover, it's space, so it's cold, so might work with winter in that theme. I don't know. Anyway, I kind of want to get to it before the end of the year. That's why it's in this video. But yeah. And then the next book, Place That Cried in Public by Holly Bourne. As I said earlier, as I mentioned this earlier in what's it called? Blanking. Anticipated books of the rest of the year or of the fall 2019. So I had it in that book in that video. I've got it as you can see. Own it now. I bought it. Just put off the sticker. So it's a brand new book actually. So that's kind of, sometimes I like to read book as they get out. Sometimes it's stay on my shelf forever, and sometimes I buy them and read them as they come out. It's not that big, and Holly Bourne's books usually are fast read. It's not like dense and hard to get through. So I think chances are I'll probably get through this before 2020. It's a book about, I think it might be about not necessarily sexual abuse, but I think it's like relationship abuse. So it's a bit hard hitting, but it's Holly Bourne, and I really like her writing style. So yeah, interested to get this one. Next, I have the 15 Lives of Harry August. The first 15 Lives of Harry August. I had planned to to read it actually before November, and then November came. But I kind of want to read it now before the end of the year. It's a bigger book, but I still might read it, even though it's big. It's 400 pages, so it's not huge. Kind of looks huge in this. Well, maybe it looks 400 pages. Not sure. But yeah, kind of want to get this one. I've had it on my shelf for I think a year or two or something. 1 year, 2 year, not sure. So yeah, this has lots of praises and stuff, and yeah, I want to get this one. Sorry. Then next is Moder Anders och hans vänner. It's a book by Jonas Jonasson, the author, other Swedish author. You know, nowadays everyone's talking about Fredrik Backman, but before Fredrik Backman, you had Jonas Jonasson, who also writes similar-ish. He writes with contemporary adult books with a humoristic side as well as a bit dark now and then. Well, I suppose Jonas Jonasson is a bit more funnier on the side, really. He wrote The 100-Year-Old Man Who Went Out of the Window and Disappeared. And he also wrote something else. I'm not sure what else, but he's written other stuff as well. Anyway, I've got this actually just last year, so it's not that old. But I anticipated it when it came out. I think it came out last fall. I got this in January. Yeah, it's been on my shelf for a whole year. And it's not that big, so yeah, I'm really, really gonna plan to read this one. Really, really am. Next up, we have Starry Nights by Daisy Whitney. It's a book you might recognize from other videos. I've recommended it quite a few times now. I read it, I think it's gonna be 4 years ago, a few years ago anyway. I highly enjoyed it, but it's been such a long time since I read it now that I can't really say that I loved chapter 4, I loved the beginning, I loved blah 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 blah. So I'm feeling like thinking it's time for a reread of this one, so I can easily talk about it if people ask, well, why should you read it? Or, what's so good about it? And yeah, and it's been a while, so I kind of want to get to it. And it's such a very nice cover. So yeah, this is a reread I want to get to. And then we have Darker Still. It's I think it might be the second book in the series. Anyway, it's the second or first book in a trilogy. I read the first and second book. I never got around to reading the third book, Well, I actually didn't get the third book until like 2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, when you don't own the third book, of course you can't read it. So I kind of want to finish that series. So I'm planning on rereading the trilogy first. So I kind of want to reread that one. Actually, I had planned to reread two series, that same aspect. I want to read the third book for the first time and reread the first and second book. I'm thinking the other series I might just try to read in January. This one I suppose might not get to in December because all the books, not all the time. But I suppose I might get to it. I want to get to it. Oh, it's in this video, so I want to get to it. So yeah, that's this one. It's a very fun book about actually magic and art, and it's kind of actually a bit gothicy. It's not scary. Well, it's scary, but it's not horror scary, but more like gothicy and more like ooh, eerie in a way. So it's a book you should maybe read when it's light outside, so you won't need a pillow to hide behind. Yep. So there's that, and then we have two seasonal books actually. And I actually ordered one of the books that I actually ordered is also seasonal. It's actually a collection of short stories around Christmas, so I'm probably gonna read it in December as well. And actually, you know what? Moment. Reread this one as well because let it snow. It's December because of the movie and because it's been a while since I read it. I thought, why not do this now? I just forgot about it, so I just fetched it now. And then I have two more seasonal books, as I said. Not just for Christmas. No, sorry. Just can't check what original title is. Yeah, Not Just for Christmas by Natalie Cox. This is actually an arc, but I think it's more or less like I think it's a finished version. It's not like a early arc. But I got it anyway because I work in a bookstore. Perks. So this looks very cute and fun and Christmassy. So yeah, I want to get this one. It's not huge, so chances are I'll get to it. And then the last one, but not least, Julia Saurussen. It's by Tom Fletcher. Came out a few years ago. In English, it's the Christmas Saurus. So more or less the same, really. Fun. Sometimes translations are very different. But now these two, more or less the same, really. It's a book about Christmas dinosaur, as you can see. It's a middle grade book, but it looks fun, as you can probably imagine, and Christmassy. And yeah, and it has like small snowflakes and pictures here and there. So yeah, this one I think it's gonna be fun to get my eyes feast into this one. And yeah, that's that. So I suppose could just also do that. All this is a stack of books that I plan or want to read before the end of 2020. Will I get to them all? Unlikely. Will I try? Yeah. Will I read some of these? Definitely. And if I won't get to all of them, chances are they'll be on my January TBR because I kind of want to get to them. And often, if I want to, thinking like I want to get to you soon, either I get them soon or I get to them soonish. It's real that I think I'll get to you and then I'll just forget altogether about them. I won't procrastinate that long. So yeah, that's my hopeful TBR for 2020. Oh no, sorry, for the rest of 2019. Uh, do you have any books you want to read before the end of the year? You can mention them in the comments or not. Renee, out.